Hi guys, let's start the last exercise of this chapter, which is Quadratic Equations, exercise 5F. Now before we start, let's quickly revise what all we've done in this chapter till now. The first thing we did was the standard form of a quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Next, we talked about three possible solutions. One, when b squared minus 4ac, which is also known as discriminant, written as d, is equal to 0. In this case, the roots are real and equal. When d is more than 0, then roots are real and unequal. And the last condition was d is less than 0, then the roots are imaginary. After that, we learned how to solve a quadratic equation by splitting the middle term, which was basically factorizing the quadratic equation. So splitting middle term. And in the end, we talked about solving a quadratic equation using the formula, which is x is equal to negative b plus minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So that's all this exercise has been about. Let's go ahead and solve the last one. Basically a revision exercise, no new concept that I need to talk about. So the first one that we're doing is question number 1, part 1. This is of the form x plus y multiplied with x minus y. This gives me x square minus y square. In this case, negative 25 is equal to 24. This gives me x square is equal to 24 plus 25. X square is equal to 49, which means x is equal to plus minus 7. Very simple one. Let's look at the next one. The next one is 3x squared minus 2 root 6x plus 2. Now I can try and find the factors of 2 into 3, which is 6, which I can look at as root 6 multiplied with root 6, since I need a negative one. So negative root 6 multiplied with negative root 6, and negative 2 root 6 also can be written as negative root 6 plus negative root 6. So that's either one option in case you are able to factorize it, or you can use the formula, where when you use the formula, a would be equal to 3, b would be equal to negative 2 root 6, and c would be equal to 2. So whichever method is convenient for you, go ahead and use it. Let's use the formula. So x is equal to negative b, which is 2 root 6 plus minus b square, in this case negative 2 root 6 whole square minus 4 into a, which is 3, into c, which is 2, the square root of this upon 2 into a, which is 2 into 3. Now x would be equal to 2 root 6 plus minus 2 negative 2 root 6 whole square, that's 4, 2 into 2 4, root 6 into root 6, that's 6, so 4 into 6, that's 24, minus 4 into 3, 12, into 2, 24. Okay, so 24 minus 24 upon 6, which means x is equal to 2 root 6 upon 6, which is x is equal to root 6 upon 3. We can also write this as x is equal to root 3 into root 2 upon root 3 into root 3, which means x is equal to root of 2 by 3. So both the solutions are equal, which is x is equal to root 2 upon 3. The other x is also root 2 upon 3. But let's look at the next one. The next one that we are doing is question number 3. Question number 3. It says show that one root of the given equation is negative 3 and find the other root. So put x is equal to negative 3 in left hand side. Let's see if left hand side is equal to right hand side. So that's negative 3 whole square plus 3 minus 2a times negative 3. Is that correct? No, if x is, yeah, that's correct. X is equal to negative 3. That's the root. Minus 6a is equal to 0. Yes, we've given x is equal to negative 3. Perfect. So this is negative 3 whole square. That's 9. This is 3 into negative 3. That's negative 9. Negative 2a into negative 3. That's plus 6a. And this is negative 6a. Why did I write 0? I'm not putting the right hand side. I've said I'll put it only in the left hand side. So this is equal to 9 minus 9, that's 0. 6a minus 6a, that's 0, which is equal to RHS. Therefore, x is equal to negative 3 is a root or is a solution. So we've got one part of the question. We've been able to prove that. Next, let's look at the second part, which says find the other root. So let's open this bracket. So this is x squared plus 3 minus 2a times x minus 6a is equal to 0. Let's open this. So that's x squared plus 3x minus 2ax minus 6a is equal to 0. Grouping it the way I've underlined, what we get is x times x plus 3 minus 2a times x plus 3. Yes, 2a into x, that's giving negative 2ax, and negative 2a into 3 gives us negative 6a. This is equal to 0. X plus 3 is common in both the elements. So we have x plus 3 multiplied with x minus 2a is equal to 0. This gives us x plus 3 is equal to 0, or x minus 2a is equal to 0. This gives us x is equal to negative 3, or x is equal to 2a. So we've got both the values of x, and we've also been able to prove that negative 3 is a root of the given quadratic. Good. The next one that we do is question number 5. It says find solutions of 2x squared minus mx minus 25n is equal to 0 if m plus 5 is equal to 0 and n minus 1 is equal to 0. So m plus 5 is equal to 0. This gives us m is equal to negative 5. So we'll have to substitute it in the quadratic. Next, n minus 1 is equal to 0, which means n is equal to 1. So put m is equal to negative 5 and n is equal to 1 in the given quadratic, and we get 2x squared minus negative 5x minus 25 times 1 is equal to 0. This gives us 2x squared plus 5x minus 25 is equal to 0. So I need to find factors of negative 25 into 2, that's negative 50, the sum of which should be 10. Oh, sorry, the sum of which should be 5. So I can write this as 10 multiplied with negative 5. Yes, and 10 plus negative 5 is also equal to 5. So I think I've got my factors, which is 10 and negative 5. So let's split the middle term, which would now look like 2x squared minus 5x plus 10x minus 25 is equal to 0. Okay, what's common here is x. So 2x minus 5, what's common between them is 5. So 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. 2x minus 5 is common in both these elements. So we have 2x minus 5 times x plus 5 is equal to 0. This gives us 2x minus 5 is equal to 0, or x plus 5 is equal to 0. This gives us x is equal to 5 by 2, or x is equal to negative 5. Let's write it in the mixed fraction. So this is 2.5 or 2 1 by 2 or negative 5. That's the value of x. Good, let's look at the next question. The next question that we have is question number 8. Right, question number 8 says solve 8x squared minus 14x plus 3 is equal to 0. Part 1 when x belongs to integers, part 2 when x belongs to rational numbers. So let's first solve it. So 8x squared minus 14x plus 3 is equal to 0. I need to find factors of 8 into 3, which is 24, the sum of which would be negative 14. Right, so negative 12 into negative 2, yes, that's positive 24, and negative 14 can also be written as negative 12 plus negative 2. Perfect. So I've got my factors. Let's start. So 8x squared minus 2x minus 12x plus 3 is equal to 0. Let's group it the way I've underlined. So the common element is 2x. So this is 4x minus 1. And what's common here is 3. Or I've taken negative 3. So this is 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. 4x minus 1 is common. So we have 4x minus 1 multiplied with 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. This gives us 4x minus 1 is equal to 0, or 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. This gives us x is equal to 1 by 4, or x is equal to 3 by 2. Now part 1, when x belongs to integer, Well, 1 by 4 is not an integer, 3 by 2 is not an integer, so x has no solution when x belongs to integers. Part 2, when x belongs to rational numbers, then x is equal to 1 by 4 or x is equal to 1 by 2. I always prefer to write your answer in the mixed fraction form. Good. That brings me to the next question. The next question that we have is question number 9. It says find value of m for which the equation m plus 4 times x square plus m plus 1 times x plus 1 is equal to 0 has real and equal roots. So since roots are real and equal, therefore d, which is equal to b square minus 4ac, is equal to 0. Now in this question, a is equal to m plus 4, d is equal to m plus 1 and c is equal to 1. So let's put it in the formula, b square minus 4ac. So instead of b, we have m plus 1 the whole square minus 4 times a is m plus 4, c 1, and this has to be equal to 0. Let's open the bracket. So this is m square plus 2m plus 1 minus 4m minus 16 is equal to 0. Let me reconfirm. M square plus 2m plus 1 minus 4m minus 16 is equal to 0. Let's group like terms together. So this is m square 2m minus 4m. That's negative 2m plus 1 minus 16. That's negative 15 is equal to 0. Now I need to find factors of negative 15, the sum of which is negative 2. So negative 15 can be written as 5 into 3. Yes, so 5 into 3, I need the bigger number to be negative because they need negative here. So negative 5 into 3, and negative 2 can be written as negative 5 plus 3. Perfect. So I have been able to factorize it. Now let's put it and solve it. So point number 6, we have m square minus 5m plus 3m minus 15 is equal to 0. Grouping it the way I have underlined, we get m times m minus 5 plus 3 times m minus 5 is equal to 0. This is m minus 5 is common. So we have m minus 5 times m plus 3 is equal to 0. And this gives us m minus 5 is equal to 0 or m plus 3 is equal to 0, which means m is equal to 5 or m is equal to negative 3. So these are the two possible solutions of m for which the given equation will have real and equal roots. Let's look at the next question. The next question that we have is question number 12, part 2. It says find solution if it exists for x square plus 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, so let's check d, which is equal to b square minus 4ac. In this case, what does it become? So a here is 1, b here is 4, c here is 5. So b square minus 4ac is equal to 4 square minus 4 into 1 into 5. Now that's 16 minus 20, which is equal to negative 4. So b square minus 4ac is negative 4. So since b square minus 4ac is less than 0, therefore a given quadratic equation has no real roots. Basically, it means that it has imaginary roots. Good, that brings me to the last question of this exercise that I do with you, which is question number 13, part 1. Okay, so let's take the LCM and solve it. Yeah, let's take the LCM and solve it. The LCM will be 18 minus x multiplied with 18 plus x. So the first term is 1 times 18 plus x, and the second term becomes negative 1 times 18 minus x. This is equal to 1 upon 24, and it's given that x is more than 0. So this is 18 plus x minus 18 plus x Yes, 18 plus x minus 18 plus x upon 18 into 18, that's 18 square is 324. This is x plus y into x minus y, which is x square minus y square. In this case, 18 square, which is 324, minus x square. This is equal to 1 upon 24. 18 and 18 gets cancelled. So we have 2x upon 324 minus x square is equal to 1 upon 24. Let's cross multiply. So we have 48x is equal to 324 minus x square. Let's bring everything on one side. So what we get is x square plus 48x minus 324 is equal to 0. Let's try and find factors of negative 324, the sum of which will be 48. So let's factorize. 3 to 4 divisible by 2. That's 1, 6, 2. 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1, 9. Let's divide by 3. This is 3. 3 into 5, 15. 12. That's 4. So this is 6 into 54. Oh, I think we've already got our answer. 6 into 54. Right? So 6 into 54 will give us 324. And I need a negative, right? So I can write negative 324 is equal to negative 6 into 54. And negative 6 plus 54 is also equal to 48. Perfect. I've got my answer, negative 6 and 54. Let me just erase this to create some space. So we have x square minus 6x plus 54x minus 324 is equal to 0. Grouping it the way I've underlined, x times x minus 6 plus 54 times x minus 6 is equal to 0. X minus 6 is common. So this is x minus 6 times x plus 54 is equal to 0, which means x minus 6 is 0 or x plus 54 is equal to 0. This gives us x is equal to 6 or x is equal to negative 54. So these are the two possible solutions. Let's read the question once again. It says x is more than 0. So since x is more than 0, therefore x is equal to negative 54 is not a solution. So our final answer is x is equal to 6. Perfect. That brings me to an end of this video and this exercise. I've marked some homework questions. Please solve them. If you have any questions or queries, feel free to write into me. That also brings us to an end of this long chapter. I will see you with the next chapter. Thank you so much. Take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.